Hello and welcome back to video number 2 on the True Calendar. In this video I'm going to show you the link between the True Calendar and Newgrange and Knowth in County Meath on the banks of the River Boyne. So here we have a diagram of Newgrange and below we have a diagram of Knowth. So as everyone knows, Newgrange is famous and it lights up on the winter solstice. Okay, but Knowth is actually a larger structure and possibly older, and it has two chambers which line up with no specific date on the Gregorian calendar, so it's not taught as much of. So we'll start off first of all with Newgrange and how that connects to the calendar. Okay, so the winter solstice is marked in Newgrange, and to make it easier to follow, I'm going to colour in the lines and then correlate them with the calendar. So first of all, the pink line here is the winter solstice. The orange line is when the sun enters the opening of the chamber 14/15 days before the solstice. So as the days approach the winter solstice, the sun travels deeper and deeper into the chamber, and eventually on the winter solstice it hits the back wall. So 14/15 days before the winter solstice, okay, happens to line up perfectly with the month of December, because the winter solstice happens right in the middle of December. December has 28 days, so 14/15 days would be the start and finish of December. So when the sun first enters the opening of the chamber would be Sunday, the 1st of December. Then we have the winter solstice 14-15 days later, and then the sun would travel back out, and the last day that the sun would shine into the opening of the chamber would be Sunday, the 1st of January. So a 28/29 day period where the sun enters the chamber, hits the back wall on the middle of the month, and then makes its way back out again. Okay, so that makes perfect sense on the true calendar. Okay, next we're going to go to Knowth. The east side of Knowth lines up with sunrise, and as you can see, this passage here on the eastern side of Knowth lines up 6/7 days after the equinox. Now, as you might know, these chambers don't light up just for one day. It's usually a 2, maybe 3-day event. So that's why we have 6 or 7 days. So after the equinox, coming from the winter equinox or the winter solstice, we have the spring equinox, and then 6/7 days later, this chamber lines up with no particular date on the Gregorian calendar. But it just so happens to line up perfectly with New Year's Day. So if the March equinox was the 22nd, 6 days later is 28, which is New Year's Eve. 7 days later would be April 1st, Sunday, April 1st, New Year's Day. Okay, 6-7 days after the March spring equinox, we have New Year's Day. So Knowth East marks New Year's Day on the true calendar. How about that? Okay, then over to the west. So sunset on the west, we have two chambers. We have the inner chamber and the outer chamber. Okay, the inner chamber is in yellow, the outer chamber is in red. We'll start with the inner chamber. Okay, this chamber doesn't extend all the way to the outside at the moment, but it probably did once upon a time. And if it did, it would line up with 10 days before the September equinox. The autumn equinox, 10 days before the autumn equinox. Again, no specific date on the Gregorian calendar, but the yellow line here, inner chamber, would mark Sunday, the 1st of September, 10 days before the autumn equinox, which would happen to land on September 11th. Okay, the outer chamber in red lines up 18 days after the equinox. Okay, 18 days after. So 18 plus 11 will take us to Sunday, the 1st of October. So the inner chamber and the outer chamber would mark Sunday, the 1st of September and Sunday, the 1st of October. So that's all the chambers marking specific dates, but most importantly, Knowth East marks Sunday, the 1st of April, New Year's Day. That's what Knowth was built for, and that's why it doesn't line up with anything on the Gregorian calendar, but makes perfect sense on the true calendar. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, drop a comment, and I'll see you in video number 3. Thank you.